Hey there, it's Mike. So I recently had a craving to play a game. A mystery game. Let's have a look what it is. Got it off eBay for a whole $10. The Sims. So I used to play a cracked copy of this, and I don't know, I just had a bit of a craving to play it, so I thought, see how much it is on eBay. Look at that. $28 originally. Bargain. So I paid like $10, $2 for shipping. As you can tell, it wasn't packaged very well, so shipping didn't cost too much. Look at that. The Sims Deluxe Edition. So basically the reason I used to like this game was, there's a couple of scuffs on there. Oh, that's just dust, it's alright. I used to just like mucking around with it, and I kind of had a craving lately. I was like, man, I remember the Sims. We're going to have a crack of that and show my kids the original Sims. I don't think they've played the later ones, but just two. Yeah, it looks alright. Not bad for $10. So anyway, I was going to set up a virtual machine on my main computer to play this. Then I realised that there's literally like zero 3D support. Like it literally just sees a Microsoft display adapter. So in order to play this, I'm going to have to revisit a little project that I didn't even start the project. I just got it working. It's like an old IBM. So anyway, I'll just quickly go back to a bit of the footage back when I found that 3 years ago now. And then we'll get stuck into pulling the thing apart and fixing it up. So here it is, the old IBM. Alright, so here we are at my little e-waste bin that I found at a location I'm not going to disclose. So yeah, there she is, the IBM. So this is footage back 3 years ago when I first got it. This is the first time I powered up, and she gave a BIOS beep code, which I looked up, and turns out it pointed to memory. Nope, definitely no display. So took the memory slots out and I found some green crud in there, so I gave it a clean out with some CRC. You can see it's nice and clean now. So powered it up. Not expecting it to actually work, considering the state of it. You can see the fans working there, the cobwebs blowing around. I haven't heard any beeps yet, so I haven't looked at the screen thinking, yeah, fans are working. Display's plugged in. I haven't looked at the display, and there we go. It is actually working. Who would have thought? You'll see the footage later. This thing is in a disgusting state. The fact that it still works is impressive anyway. Alright, so that was 3 years ago. This is now. Just found it under a pile of stuff. And it ain't looking much better than the day it got put under a pile of stuff. It's covered in dust. It's even got dirt. Look. All that dirt was originally there. I don't know where this thing was, but anyway, last time I fired it up, it actually worked. So we should fire it up again. Look at that. It's even got a XP sticker on it. Yeah. Look how bad that is. Wow. Just as bad as I remember. So anyway, I'm going to use the stock cooler. I'm just going to, look at that, all the plating's actually coming off. It's like a nickel plating. That air filter, probably can't see it in the camera very well. There's like literally no light coming through that. It is completely blocked. So the machines I fix at work actually use a very similar heatsink cooler to this for a Core 2. So I'll see if I can't get this in a reasonable condition, I'll probably retrofit one of those. And what else? The RAM. Damn, it's like corrosion on the. I did get to work on this. No, not this RAM stick actually. That's right. As per that previous video, I had to clean up that RAM slot. But that, yeah. Let's have a closer look. So look at that, you got like capacitors like there. That thing's actually like the bottom is blown out of it. Yeah, there's other capacitors there that are going to need doing. Actually, those ones aren't bulging. Just that one is blown out down the bottom. Same with that one too. That's bulging on the top. You can see it's lifting off the base. Yeah, that one's bulging too. It's a bit strange that these capacitors are bulging. Usually it's the ones around the CPU that's bulging, but these ones actually look okay at first glance. So anyway, regardless, we're going to pull that board out and give it a clean. Alright, so this part of the video, I'm just going to strip this thing apart. If you want to fast forward to the next bit, feel free. If you'd like to watch it be pulled apart, then you're welcome to not fast forward. Just getting this drive carrier off. Oh, hooked under a sharp edge there. It's not good. Wow, that's really annoying. To get that off, you gotta pull these metal tabs down. So I'm gonna have to get some screwdrivers. Alright. Get that off. So this thing's got a Pentium 4 2.8 in it, which is pretty good. I don't know if I've mentioned previously, but this is pretty much the last of the IBM branded Lenovos. So this is made by Lenovo at this point, these IBMs. Yeah, that's all there. Well, I really don't like these metal clips for holding these on. So yeah, after we clean this thing up, there's no video card in it, unfortunately. Just the onboard graphics on the chipset. Look at that. Oh. I will try and clean these cables up. Might as well just use them. If they work, they work. What do we got here? Front USB. Does that go to lighting? Alright, let's take the RAM out. I'm already covered in dirt from doing this. I just started. So I think this computer, I'm not 100% sure its history, but I think it came from like a logistics warehouse kind of thing. Which kind of makes sense with all the... Look at that. I'm just trying to work out what kind of dirt and dust that is. It's like warehouse dust. Anyway, let's get this board out. And my bit's too big. Alright, screwdriver it is. I wonder if that's big enough. Look at that. We'll use that instead. So my plan is to get this board out, give it a clean. I'm going to clean this case out too. So I've got to think about how I'm going to do that. Take the CD drive out, take the power supply out, pull the power supply apart, give that a check. Probably looks like it'll fit a standard ATX. There's enough room back here, but I don't know. I might try and get the standard power supply reasonable condition. Like pull it apart, clean it out. So I've actually got a couple of these IBMs, not this size, like small form factor ones, but you can't fit a graphics card in them. They don't have AGP slots. So this is the only one that's got an AGP slot, which is why I decided to hold on to this and stick a card in it, clean it up. So it's kind of good. This thing will be well and truly turfed by now. I mean, who wants an old Pentium 4, right? Except for someone wanting to play games from this era. So there's other games I'm planning on playing too, like all the Command and Conquer Generals and 0 Hour. I don't know. I like to play things on the hardware they came out in. There's one more down there. Oh, there's the other clip. I was actually looking for that. So that goes. Yeah, it's a bit of a strange clip system. There's one there. I wonder if that comes out somewhere. Yeah, I'll just leave it there. So I used to clean mainboards in the dishwasher. I currently don't trust my dishwasher. It's just too much gunk in it. It's a couple of years old now. How old? 6 years old. It's probably make the board just as bad. So I won't do that. There's a spider. Literally a spider. There we go. I think that was a daddy long legs, so we'll let him go. Audio for the CD, back when that was the thing. Alright. That should come out now. Oh, one more. It's camouflaged in the dirt and dust. Feels like that's it. Nothing under there. Feels like it's stuck around here still. Oops. Oh, the I/O isn't screwed in, is it? No. I think that fan's something's blocking it. What's going on here? Definitely feels locked in that corner. Oh, there we go. It's just bigger. There's literally rust on the I/O shield. Rusting it, like yeah, rust between the case and the I/O shield that was holding in place. Damn. I'm actually impressed I got this thing to work last time. That's really tight. I have to take that fan out. How's that come out? It's like there's a couple of clips. Wow, check that out. This was not looked after, this computer. The fan still work? Maybe. It looks like there's up and out, but it's stuck. Let's see. I think we'll pull those clips out, and it slides up. That's it. Where's that go? Into the labyrinth of wires somewhere. I'll pull this out. This is disgusting. The worst computer I ever worked on back in the 90s when I was fixing computers was we did an office move of lawyers, and they were all smokers, and everything was covered in smoker's tar. Absolutely disgusting. The fact the computer still worked was, yeah, amazing. Anyway, we got our main board out. Geez, look at that. So I was thinking about how I'm going to clean this. To be honest, I'm probably just going to use water in a spray bottle and go over any areas that I got corrosion with. What do I use? I use industrial vinegar, and then not so much the main board, but the case. I'm going to replate it. So, show you how I replate metal. Look at that. I don't give this probably even needs a pressure wash, to be honest. It's that bad. It's all melted. Feels like it's gotten pretty hot at some point. Alright, next let's get the CD tray out. Oh, look at that. Give you a nice little handle. Where does that go? It's screwed in. Looks like it goes like that. There you go. Another thing is this thing didn't come with a hard drive. When I found it, like whoever had turfed it obviously pulled the hard drive out. It's not to worry, I've got a massive supply of IDE drives that I held onto years ago, thinking one day there's not going to be many of these drives around, so I might as well hold onto a stash. So I've literally got about 30 IDE hard drives ranging from 20 gig to right up to 320, I reckon. But lots of 120, so I'll probably put a 120 in this. Oi, there's a spider. Check that out. There's a daddy long legs. Should I save him? Yeah, let's save him. Come on, mister. Nope, I think I just squashed it. I'll get rid of it out of here. And he lives to fight another day. Okay, so that's out. Power supply. Look at that. Dead spider, the end of the screwdriver. Obviously his mate. Get off. That's almost stuck in my screwdriver. Is that alive? No. Get off. Alright. Let's get this power supply out. So this video I'm just going to keep it pretty short because I have a bad habit of just, recording everything I do. Next thing you know, it's like an hour later, just to put some batteries on a UPS or something. So I'm just going to finish dismantling this, ready for pressure washing. I'll use my pressure washer tomorrow during the day. And probably clean that main board tonight, get that drying. Though this is bad weather for drying. I usually clean main boards in hot weather, like 40-degree weather, because it just dries literally while sitting there. And it's currently 10 degrees in my shed, which is not good for drying. Although I could probably use mining rigs as a dryer. So let's get this out. Yeah, look at that. That's bad. I'm not going to bother pulling this apart tonight because, yeah, that's pretty shit. I'm going to replate that if we stick with this power supply. I'll just open it up and see how bad it actually is. But it did, like I said, and you saw previously, it did power up. So that's why I've got a little bit of faith in this project at least. Speaker out. Give that a clean. Pretty big speaker. Just to supply beeps. Alright, let's put this down. Drives. Alright, let's take a closer look at this board. Alright, let's get this clip off. pull the bits off that don't need to be on there. Stick off that. I've got the CPU. Really gonna blow the dust off that before I go taking it out. Stop crud getting in there. Should I leave that in there while I clean it? I think I will, because I don't want shit washing into the socket. So I'll leave the processor in there. It's not going to cause any harm. Let's take this heatsink off. Twist off. And it's got like a foam spacer. That's alright. We can put some what do you call it? Heatsink compound on there. Get this battery out. This IO shield come off? I reckon it will. So I'm just thinking how I'm going to clean this. I don't have any spare spray bottles. I would like to use high pressure water, or ideally the dishwasher, but that's not an option tonight. So I'm probably just going to put it in water and give it a good clean with a paintbrush and some spraying white. Just to get all the crap off. Yeah, there's a little screw in there too. Tiny little one. Alright, shield off. So we'll take that with us and give it a clean. And we'll clean that too. Look at that. Jeez, that capacitor's blown out too. Look at that. That one's alright. We'll leave those intact, because what we'll do is we'll clean the board first, and then we'll go over and check all the capacitors. Might even replace them, all these ones anyway. Yeah. Alright, let's get to cleaning. Before I do that, I was going to take this thing off. Alright, so just going to mark that. So at the rear is there. And that doesn't look like it really matters. Alright, let's go do some cleaning. Alright, so after thinking about this for 2 minutes, I decided I'm going to use the dishwasher to do a primary clean on the board and give it a hand wash afterwards, because it's just so crusted up with gunk. I just think the dishwasher will give it a better clean. So just cleaning the filter out for the dishwasher and we'll put it in there. Alright, bit of spray and white, my favourite degreaser. Oh, look at that, it's clean already. Don't have to worry about it anymore. Alright. Let's see, what way should we put it? That way? Very good. And we'll go hot wash. I think it's that one. Alright, let's wait for that to get done. Alright, I think that's long enough. Look at that. That's one clean board. Let's move over to the sink. One wet board. But that is really clean, unsurprisingly. Alright, so now I'm going to rinse this off with demineralized water and stick it on top of a dehumidifier that I forgot that I had. So let's get to it. Okay, so we're going to clean this board with some distilled water. Fortunately, I forgot that I used most of the distilled water to top up my solar batteries, so I just have to be a little bit conservative with this. And the RAM slots. And almost out of water. And that's it. Jeez, oh, that was useless. Alright, drip dry a bit. So another thing I do when I clean boards is before I stick it on the humidifier, water will be behind things like chips in the CPU socket, any chips, because the water leaches under. So I use contact cleaner just to suck all the moisture out from behind those chips. So I'm just going to give this a good spray, top down. Let that solvent. Oh, this thing's running low. I'll take that CPU out now. Oh, it's stuck. Ah, sticker's holding it on. Who's that? Stupid sticker. Alright. Let's keep spraying. Spray the slots. And the chips. This is an old can, so I'm just going to use the rest of it on those chips. Just trying to get that moisture out. Even after this has been on the dehumidifier for an hour, I'm still going to give it a blast of this stuff just to get any remaining moisture out from behind anything. So yeah, there we go. So just let this sit here for a few minutes just to drip dry and stick it in the dehumidifier. Okay, so that's been drip drying for a little while now, so there's nothing dripping off of it. It's still pretty damp. So anyway, let's stick it on the dryer, dehumidifier actually. We'll put it on medium, continuous, 1 hour. How are we going to do this? Let's stick it like that. Yeah, so the vent is blowing a nice dehumidified air over the board. Now we'll see how it goes in an hour. Just one thing to be wary of if you ever use a dehumidifier to dry electronic components or computer parts is static electricity. That'll become a real issue. Number one, the room will be less humid and there'll be no moisture on the board, so just gotta be really careful just to touch the edges of the board. Don't touch anything that's connected to a chip. I mean, probability of damaging something is pretty low, but you know, you still don't want to risk it. So anyway, I think that'll be it for this video. Next time I'm going to carry on cleaning the case and the other parts, and we'll go from there. Alright, so catch you later.